In 1978, with the hype of Star Wars still in full swing, a truly 70s company called Mr. Van Inc. heard about the Kenner Star Wars toy vans about to hit the market. Anyone alive in the 1970s knew vans, custom vans that is, was happening in a far out way. Custom vans were huge business, and if anyone knew that, it was Mr. Van. Although I couldn't find much information about Mr. Van, it has come to light, thanks to Star Wars collector Ron, about a plan for Mr. Van to make a custom Star Wars toy van for Kenner to give away. Star Wars collector Ron was looking through some collectibles that his friend Eddie had when he came across a black folder. That black folder was marked at the top, Star Wars Special Van. Inside, Mr. Van was bragging about how he had the first original Star Wars custom van, a claim that could never be validated, and he probably knew that. Laid out inside this folder was his plan for Kenner and Toy Fair 1978. It was early that same year when this letter from someone at Mr. Van was sent to Kenner. In this letter, it laid out a great plan. For only $2,000, Mr. Van would drive their original Star Wars custom van to New York City for the New York Toy Show, and it would stay there for the entire 3 weeks. Kenner could have it on show inside the toy show building. If Kenner didn't want the original custom Star Wars van, Mr. Van had a plan. He would be more than happy to do any Star Wars theme on a van that they wanted, or even a van with the Kenner logo. Now that I would love to have seen. But Mr. Van's bold plan didn't stop there. Mr. Van would make available for Kenner any number of disposable Star Wars minivans. Mr. Van said that these vans could be offered to key retailers for a drawing to be given away. His plan was that toy stores would order Star Wars merchandise, including the new SSP Star Wars van, and if they backed it up with print and TV ads, Kenner would give the store a van to give away. This would only cost Kenner $800 each. It's unclear what the minivan would actually do. Would it just be a shell over a bike frame so you could pedal the van? Was it powered by a battery? Did it have shag carpet? All that is unclear. Inside the folder was also photos of the Mr. Van custom Star Wars van, with a little boy, maybe 10 years old, maybe even named Jimmy, holding a big trophy and some kind of sign with 70s pride. This was without a doubt a custom Star Wars van and totally styled out to a 70s tee. Best of all was a photo of the Star Wars toy minivan. Here's Mr. Van Incorporated's employees standing next to a mini toy van. We might even see Mr. Van himself, right here, in a groovy 70s blue leisure suit with a giant butterfly collar. In another photo, we see the trophy kid now sitting inside the van. That's what I call a double winner. It might look a little tight, but it sure does look happy. In another photo taken at the same van show, we see both vans on show for all. One other photo would even show what I presume is an unofficial Chewbacca standing at the Mr. Van booth. Mr. Van would get his letter back from Kenner along with some notes. First, they would let him know it was way too close to Toy Fair to do anything with the van. Second, they said they would review his plan to give away a mini van at their next meeting in June. However, nothing really became of it. I guess this was a nice way of Kenner to say thanks but no thanks. However, they did reach a deal with Huffy some years later to give away a ride-on speeder bike. Did they steal this plan from Mr. Van? Who knows? Whatever happened to the mini Star Wars van seen in these photos? It's a mystery, like the same mystery of whatever happened to the boy in the van. Or why did he have that huge trophy? Sadly, the boy, the van, or the trophy was never seen again. However, I did find another Mr. Van photo with a boy that could be the very same trophy boy. Was this Mr. Van's son? Mr. Van Jr.? The more I dig into it, the more questions I have. Who knows, maybe the mini Star Wars van will one day return. Maybe that chubby little boy is now an old fat man, and that mini Star Wars toy van and that big nice trophy is sitting in his basement just waiting to be found by someone, maybe even you.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.